Before I start, I've been told by commenters that I shouldn't be using background game footage from games made 5 years ago, and I wanted to let people know that I've taken that on board. This week I'm having a look at the Jackie Chan-led movie The Young Master from 1980. It's a Hong Kong martial arts film with a lot of comedy, mostly slapstick, and a lot of this sort of film gets dragged down by the comedy, which frequently doesn't translate well into other languages. For example, this.
Mr. Tan, you can hit me anywhere, but not my bum, please.
Are you afraid?
No. Oh, no! No, please, don't! No, not my bum! No.
That was some of the comedy from another Hong Kong film called Invincible Kung Fu Legs. Fantastic name for a film. I watched it just for the name and because it starred Flash Legs Tan. And the film does have talented performers, but the comedy is frankly painful and alarmingly abundant in that film. In Chinese, the young master is called Shi Di Chuma, which seems to translate roughly as Junior Brother Steps Out, which may be a better description of the film than the young master is. And for me, Jackie Chan just has a real gift for comedy and clowning, and he doesn't even need to talk to make me laugh. So is the young master so bad it's good? In a word, I'd say no. I think it's just a pretty good film. The martial arts sections are tight. I mean, just look at this. It has many of the best performers from Hong Kong cinema of the era. It has a bit of a stellar cast, really. It was produced by Raymond Chow, who did a lot of work with Bruce Lee, including on Enter the Dragon. And the actor who played the big bad guy, Han, in Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon is in this film. That was Han getting banished to another dimension in Enter the Dragon. The actor Feng Tian is also in The Young Master, as well as In Shi Huang, who were both in Bruce Lee's movie Fist of Fury. And in some ways, In Shi Huang makes this film, playing a martial arts master, an escaped convict called Master Cam. These are scenes from that character's introduction in The Young Master. The film isn't perfect though, because Cam only really gets this scene and then the final battle in the entire movie, and for me he maybe needed at least one or two more scenes to build him up effectively as the bad guy. There's a bank robbery in this movie that happens entirely off camera, while the movie is instead showing us an all-important comedy shower scene. And can I see the bank robbery please? No? Because I kind of want to see the bad guy bully people and beat them up. That's what will make me want to see him get his comeuppance later, and it never happens. The story also could stand to be a bit more focused. It meanders a bit too much in places, but the final battle is really high quality. In Shi Huang is in real life a teacher of the martial art Hapkido, and the fight goes on for about 15 minutes. Jackie Chan only wins the fight because he gets thirsty and drinks what I presume is supposed to be the drug-infused water from an old guy's pipe, and that sends him into a frenzy. Jackie Chan surely doesn't need an introduction, because surely everybody knows Jackie Chan by now, and if you've seen his films you know how acrobatic and talented he is. The difference is, in this film, he was around 26 years old, so he's even more energetic than usual. The version I have of this film also has a great soundtrack by the English classical composer Gustav Holst that I'm absolutely 100% sure the people who made this movie paid for. And this film is up for free online, link below. And I'm sure that this Chinese website I got this footage from absolutely have got the legal rights to put it up. Yes, I'm 100% sure it's entirely kosher, above board and not at all shady. So should you watch this movie? That depends on you. If you like martial arts movies and you like Jackie Chan, what are you waiting for, frankly? It's maybe a little slow to start, but the story works and the ending fight is pretty epic. Maybe do that now if you want to watch the film without seeing my full rundown of the plot. But if you hate martial arts movies and you don't like Jackie Chan, frankly this one may not be for you. So, how do we kick the movie off? How else? With lion dancing. Not line dancing, mind. Lion dancing, as in this. And it is a very curious tradition. In the UK, we do more sensible things like giving places funny or innuendo-based names or rolling cheese down a hill. Jackie Chan and his brother in this film are orphans who got taken in as children by a martial arts school, and his older brother is the top student who's going to lead the school in a lion dance-based martial arts contest against a rival school. But he gets injured when he trips over a bucket. So Jackie has to take his brother's place in the contest, and his school are widely expected to win. But Jackie is shocked when he gets a look at the leader of the other team, and it's his brother. His brother has taken a bribe from the rival school, who also offer him a job as a teacher there. Jackie's brother celebrates with his newfound wealth and hires a woman to come home with him to the school. Their master catches him after initially thinking it was Jackie and finds the bribe money before kicking the brother out of the school. The school has now lost prestige and face, and when the master takes it out on the remaining students, Jackie offers to take the beating for them. Thanks the master for taking them in as orphans and saving them, and the master relents, shows mercy and sends Jackie out to find his brother and bring him home. Easier said than done, because the brother goes to the rival school to look for work, to find that the slimy old guy that bribed him was lying about the job. But they do offer him other work as a thug. They want him and two of the other martial artists in the school to attack a prison convoy and break out a very dangerous criminal called Master Cam, which they do, and Master Cam is a monster. Just what a great intro that is for a bad guy. So now Jackie is travelling looking for his brother, who he looks a lot like and has a similar fighting style to, all while the full force of the law are out looking for his brother. So Jackie is being constantly attacked by lawmen while never even knowing why. And it's quite the coincidence that Jackie just happens to go in the exact right direction in the entire of China to find his brother. It maybe could have done with a scene of him following a trail or something, telling him which way to go, because the plot relies far too much on coincidence. Jackie gets attacked by a load of police with swords, led by a guy with crooked eyes who misidentifies him from a picture. When Jackie is too much for them, they go to get help from a local official, who's out, but his son does come along to help. And it's the actor, Bo-Yuen, who is another quite famous Hong Kong actor. Jackie finally defeats him after getting advice from an older man who seems very keen on Jackie winning the fight. And thinking that Bo-Yuen and the old man must be enemies, Jackie starts to insult Bo-Yuen's father, not realising that the old man is his father, who wanted him to take a beating to teach him a lesson for being lazy and not training enough in martial arts, at which point both of them, father and son, now wail on and capture Jackie because the old guy is the local lawman, who's also on the lookout for a man with a white fan who broke out the prisoner from his transport. Jackie manages to finally escape after multiple tries when him and the old man both fall into quicksand. Because of that, Jackie is filthy and goes to a nearby house to ask for water to clean himself, and a young woman lets him in and leaves some of her brother's clothes for Jackie to wear and then goes out shopping. But what Jackie doesn't know is that this is the old lawman's house. The old lawman who he just pushed into quicksand and left him there after throwing him a vine. And the old man has also just gone home to wash himself because he's covered in mud and quicksand, and goes into the very next cubicle to Jackie, thinking the other cubicle contains his son because of the clothes hanging outside. And when the old man sees Jackie, he tries to take him apart with a sword. Then the daughter gets back from shopping and is frankly very angry that the house guest she allowed in is fighting with her father. Unluckily for Jackie, it turns out that she's a very able fighter. She uses a technique where she obscures her movements using her skirt so she can land kicks with no telegraphing. And when Jackie tries to fight back and does a leg sweep, it turns out that the woman is standing on a piece of furniture that he kicks full force. So Jackie gets captured again, tries to repeatedly escape, and ends up entirely by random stumbling upon the bad guys planning a bank robbery. In the entire of China, he just stumbles upon the bad guys entirely by random. And by now his brother has joined the bad guys' gang and they're going to rob a bank. And the bad guys are going to betray his brother as the new guy, then take his cut and leave him as the fall guy after they lock him in the bank. Only Chan arrives to save his brother, fights two members of the gang, the teachers from the rival school, and when he gets into trouble, he beats them when he grabs some material from a market stall, fashions a skirt and copies the techniques of the lawman's daughter, including tricking one of the bad guys into smashing his partner in the legs. He leaves them tied up for the law and escapes with his brother, who he then takes back to the lawman where he makes a deal. He leaves his brother there with the lawman, but in return for his brother going free, he has to go and capture Master Cam. And Master Cam, in the meantime, has betrayed everybody. Somehow Jackie just knows where the gang are all meeting up after the robbery, and I'm not even sure this is the full version of the film any longer, because I think I remember more scenes in it than this. But Cam is now going to betray the old slimy guy and take all of the money from the bank robbery for himself. Then Jackie arrives and cue the 15-minute epic fight scene, where Jackie gets repeatedly smashed. Jackie, in the end, catches Cam and the slimy old guy and carries them both home tied to a stick like a barbell, and his brother returns home followed by Jackie, who's frankly a bit worse for wear after the fight. I mean, he's having to be wheeled around in a full body cast. I mean, Jackie, you wrote this as the end to your film. You maybe could have given yourself a slightly better ending than this. Maybe write in a budding romance with the lawman's daughter who seemed keen on your character. No, instead Jackie has an ending as clearly masochistic as me with this YouTube channel.